I am CJ Fietz, and I live in Ward 11. I'm here again to express my deep concerns. We citizens of Calgary need your help. We are like bees in a hive, and our money is being taken. In my opinion, it is crucially important to rescind the $87 billion commitment that Mayor Gondek has allocated to a green energy emergency. According to 97% of Canadian environmental scientists, there is no climate emergency. Still, Mayor Gondek's green energy emergency is to be implemented on the backs of every taxpayer in Calgary. Why? I realize that the mayor, sorry, I've got the wrong thing here. Based on today's figures, $87 billion gives me a per capita obligation of around $65,000. That is over 3 years of my yearly income. That is more than $6,000 per household a year. How do you expect fixed income seniors or low income families to come up with more than $500 a month to pay for this? We know that the Green Energy Emergency Plan is part of the instructions received from ICLEI, or as it is now known, the Local Government for Sustainability, and that plan is based on UN Agenda 2030. All the UN programs are neither elected nor accountable. Based on the Canadian Criminal Code, it is also known that any elected official in Canada who carries out the mandates, policies, bylaws, or treaties of an unelected foreign entity is committing treason against Canada and can be held liable. Environmental is in the federal lane and jurisdiction. In fact, it is actually unconstitutional for the City of Calgary to enact this type of legislation. Environment is not a responsibility of Calgary's municipal level of government. The Council must rescind the $87 billion green emergency commitment. As our elected officials, your main concern is meant to be the well-being and safety of the citizens of Calgary. Allocating money to protect Calgary citizens' needs and safety, plus the city's basic infrastructure, should be the priority given by all councillors. These basics should be met before anything else, yet they are not. Before looking after the basics, the council is scheduled to buy electric buses that are sensitive and fail in cold weather. Alert, Calgary can get extreme cold temperatures. The $80 million gross failure of electric buses in Edmonton should serve as a lesson to all Calgarians, including this council. The news is filled with articles about electric vehicles spontaneously catching fire. How is this taken into account in this ludicrous decision? Apparently, it is not. Please, please find some common sense and don't follow through with this. The amount of electrification expected is far above what is being produced. This too is known to be a part of Agenda 2030. Are you even aware that you're being manipulated? I find it very hard to believe that you would vote for these initiatives if you really and truly understood the far-reaching implications. If you continue to take us Calgarians down this path, it will affect each of you and your children too. This will include none of us will own our own homes. None of us will have our own cars. We will all live in a 15-minute city where we will need to build credits in order to leave that 15-minute city's boundaries. We all will not be allowed to do business more than 15 minutes outside the boundary. We all will only be allowed to purchase 3 items of new clothing per year. We all will only be allowed to fly once a year. Does this sound like a dystopian nightmare? It does to me. Please read Agenda 2030 and then do some research on C40 cities. I firmly believe that to avoid this future nightmare, Calgary needs to withdraw from the Partners for Climate Protection program. This is important as Calgarians cannot afford the associated costs, which range from $7,200,000 to $192 million plus.
Thank you very